And this will be kind of a bathroom. Just, I guess we'll go regular outhouses because apparently this is kind of unreliable. Stop breaking the batteries, people. Because the water purifier isn't the most reliable thing, at least not the way that I operate, apparently it's not. We will just do some regular outhouses, which is under plumbing. We'll do 2 outhouses, and then we will have some composting here. Alright, there we go. And then we will put some tile right here. I guess we'll just do a mechanized door right there. And then for every time that door opens, we'll also put an algae terrarium right there. And that'll be our own little bathroom area. I'd say we're doing quite well for ourselves, but let's see who we have here. Ooh, this person doesn't get sick. You know what, sure, we could probably use another person that's good at construction and cooking. And of course, you know, with it being a redhead, I'm gonna have to go with Abraham. Boom, there we go. Oh crap, they don't have any oxygen in there, do they? Nope, not anymore. This is getting bad, so we are going to have to escape. Okay, so we could use an air scrubber to just remove carbon dioxide. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Crap, where the hell are we gonna put it? Alright, I guess we'll just put it right here because that seems to be the only place that really makes sense. We'll put the air scrubber right there and then an electrolyzer which will create oxygen down here in place of the algae terrarium. And I gotta pipe in water all the way down there. So we have to build the liquid pump, so we might as well build it down to the lowest spot. And then put pipe all the way up to here, and then we'll also need to run wire all the way down to it. And then back over to plumbing, and we gotta run the pipe all the way down. We'll run it through the wall this time. We also need power to run to this thing too. But the power's already there, so we'll just, that should be all set anyway. And then we gotta prioritize all of that. And to do that, I'm gonna need a ladder to go down a little bit further. Alright, Beth is starting to get a little bit stressed, but the oxygen in this room is not good enough to breathe at the moment. We're almost out of water down here, good water anyway, so I can't even bother to pump that out. Alright, so I guess let's just hurry up and build this. We really need that first. And we'll set that to an 8. And then we gotta go back to oxygen. There we go. Put in an air scrubber. Just heard someone destroying something. Oh, it's someone's in the middle of destroying the battery. Let's disable that because there's no need for us to make oxygen down there. We do need to re-enable this even if we don't have any algae because we just need it to work. So any little bit of algae that we have is appreciated. Well, at least this is a nice little room full of oxygen. Unfortunately, I think we are going to have to seal it off here. Hopefully while no one's in it, because this is all just going to suck up any oxygen this pumps out. Come on, Denise, get out of there. Okay, wanted to make sure that we didn't trap someone in there. Perfect. Alright, our oxygen's becoming quite a problem again because now we're completely out of algae and there's not really a good algae pocket for us to go to. Besides right here. Why has no one done this yet? Oh, because none of that's set to a 9. And I guess they would need, what, 1 block here? Because they can't jump over 2, so that's probably why they haven't done that yet. So we'll prioritize that block to a 9 as well. Maybe they'll grab some of this oxygen, or some of this algae, and we can start turning it into oxygen. Stress is back up to 100, Denise and Beth. Alright, so let's do Beth up to a 9, and Denise up to a 9. Get them relaxing, even though there's not all that much oxygen in here, they can hold their breath. She has to come all the way down here to breathe. That's unbreathable because there's not enough of it, so we really need this to start working. Really gotta get this pipe working here, guys. Alright, we're working on it, little by little. Actually, you know what, I gotta cancel that. We'll cancel all that because we need to build it down here, so I need... Alright, I guess we'll just destroy that, and then that should give us enough room right here to do what we're trying to do. Alright, good. Now we should be able to put an air scrubber right there, right at the bottom. Come on, guys, you got this. You can do it. Alright, so Denise and Beth are our 2 main high-stressed people, and they're both getting themselves taken care of, so we should be all set. There are little pockets of oxygen. This is very toxic. It's not unbreathable, which is interesting. So we have carbon dioxide, which is completely unbreathable, small amounts of oxygen, which are either barely breathable or completely unbreathable. But the contaminated oxygen, it's still oxygen, it's just very toxic, so they can breathe it. It's just very unhealthy for them, and I'm sure that's probably what leads to them being sick. I don't quite even know what they're doing here. These are disabled, so why? Unless they're just coming down to breathe. Alright, Andrea's table needs to be set down to a 5 because she's not even stressed at all. She's down to 42. Time to get working, Andrea. Oh, there we go. They're working on the pipe. Still not really building the air scrubber, but, you know, for now, as long as we can start pumping oxygen in here, it'll be fine. The oxygen will float up to the higher levels. Oh, someone's lashing out. Where are you going, Denise? To destroy the battery? Oh, no, you're going down. You can't even lash out. You're too out of breath. Alright, Denise, what are you going to destroy now that you've had a moment to think about it? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Okay, so she must have already destroyed something. Oh no, she's working away at the battery. She just can't quite breathe. Alright, and then I guess we're going to have to build, not mess tables, we need cots. We need a few beds, we just need enough room for a bedroom, so I guess that's probably going to be up here. Huh, how exactly are we going to build this? Let's just do it right here. So we'll do, how many people do we have? We currently have 7. I can't imagine we're going to get too many more. So let's build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do 8. Yeah, what the hell? We'll do 7. We'll do them right next to each other. And then we'll just build that like that. Perfect. We don't really need too much more than that. And then we'll have a ladder that goes right up from there to there. Perfect. Now we just need to set them to dig out the rest of what's in the way. We should be all set. Now because I just did 7, I don't think we have any room for anyone else. See, I don't know exactly what that's for. Give me a second, I'll look it up. You know what? I just looked it up and I can't really find a good use for tinkering. And these guys are all good at tinkering. They're all destructive except for the one that is a biohazard, and we'd rather not have them get sick. So let's go ahead and pass up on that. Really need to start working on this room up here. All the rooms really, but bedroom is first and foremost our greatest priority. Set the rest of this to, actually, you know what? Let's set the rest of this room to an 8. And then this room to a 7. All right, our food is becoming a bit of a problem, so I guess we'll re-enable one of these. To get a second person cooking. I'll mop up the rest of this floor again. Oh no, she has destroyed all of our power generation. That is not good. I had no idea. I wasn't paying any attention. We have some pretty grand plans up here that I'm hoping to accomplish a bit sooner. I guess, you know what, just for the heck of it, we'll flesh this out a little bit more. It's basically going to look something like that with the oxygen. I'll probably put an oxygen thing in this space right here. Alright, this whole oxygen thing is starting to become quite an issue. We do not yet have a plan to fix it. Now here's a good question. When it comes to air scrubbers, or sorry, electrolyzers, it doesn't necessarily, it says water, but it doesn't specify that it has to be clean water. Can it be contaminated water, or is that technically considered a different resource altogether? Come on, what more are we waiting for this? Why is it not pumping? Alright, so it's got to be either power, which is going all the way to it, or plumbing. Oh crap. We'll avoid that altogether because I don't know what that's looking for right now. Then we get to set that up to a 9 as well. The most important 9 that we have. Have we not dug down to here? Why have we not dug down to here yet? Honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's just because they don't have the oxygen down there or what the deal is. Alright, so our bottom base is completely out of oxygen. Because I don't have any way to produce it without using water, and I don't have time to run pipe up right now. We need to grab this algae as soon as possible, so I guess I'm going to do what I did before, which is essentially set everything else to a 1. They know this is exactly what they're supposed to be working on. Food shortage. Why on earth do we have a food shortage? We have 2 people working on food. Or at least 2. I thought we had 3. I gotta admit, these guys are pretty frustrating sometimes. I don't understand why they haven't started to dig down here yet. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they can't get down that ladder. I wonder if they can't jump down from here on top of the ladder and then climb down. That would be a completely reasonable explanation. Really, Denise? Of course, now they're just stuck down here to breathe. 1,000 kilocalories. We're starting to run out of power because our battery's broken. Do we need more people on food? Is that the problem? Set Denise back to cooking. Stress is going back up. Let's slow this down just a tad bit so I have more time to react to problems. Alright, come on guys, I'd really like to move on here. What are they having such a problem with? Is it just the fact that there's literally no oxygen down here? Even this oxygen's unbreathable. Oh no, so this might not be good at all. Food shortage, we are running out of food again. They have like no oxygen anywhere. This is a little bit of oxygen. We might have to break into that. I don't think it's really going to help us all that much. Well, at least we have oxygen down here. It's contaminated, but it's still oxygen. I just think that even if they're breathing it in, it's still eventually going to become a problem. But that appears to be the only oxygen we have in the entire place here until they construct this last little bit of liquid pipe, which for some reason they just can't do. We have plenty of sandstone. So I literally just need to set like 1 person here. It's Carol. Carol should be the one on this. Carol can only do this. Where is Carol anyway? Alright, Carol, where are you going? Alright, so you need to stop delivering. That's the problem. There you go. You just need to start building. Okay, so delivering... Oh, I thought if I turned off delivering, she would not deliver the materials that she requires to build. But that is not at all true. Come on, Carol, you got this. I also didn't know that if you clicked on them, you can actually see the line of where they are going. Alright, so build this. Come on, one more. One more. You do this. This pump starts up. We start pumping clean oxygen at the expense of some of our water, but we can live with that. She's going back down to breathe. We're running out of oxygen there. It's the only hope for the entire colony at this point, as there is no oxygen anywhere else besides this one little room where it's all just contaminated oxygen. And we're also completely out of food. No, I don't even care how good any of these people are. They're all gonna get us killed if they breathe up any of this little bit of oxygen we have. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, oxygen is coming. And someone died because we just could not get the oxygen quick enough. And that's Beth. Poor Beth. Well, you know what? At least she didn't get shot, so I guess that's good. Oh, no, no, no! Rick! No! Oh, no! We killed Rick twice! He was climbing up to breathe and he suffocated to death. Why? They were so close. Alright, now I just need someone that is only set to dig. We'll put her only on building. We'll put Abraham only on digging. Is he a night owl or he's just going up to breathe? Alright, so this is starting to pump full of oxygen, which is good. This isn't really breathable yet, but it's getting there. Still need someone to dig this out, please. I can't trust them to build the pipe all the way down here, otherwise I'd put one in the room. Right now, we really just need beds. Oh, we also really need this to be a high priority too, I forgot. Otherwise, we're just pumping oxygen out into here. Alright, perfect. Now I can put an air scrubber right here. Alright, and now with oxygen up there, let's set that to fabricate on a loop. We will disable that. Disable that. Shit, we're out of power. We are out of power, which means I can't build food. Which really just means that for right now, I gotta like build a wheel right here. Oh, and they can't run wire through? Alright, fine. We don't need it to look fancy, so let's just run wire there, set all of that up to a 9 immediately.